All right, all right. Good evening and good night, and welcome to the It's Your Perspective Talk Show. It is Wednesday, March 30th, 2016. My name is David, a.k.a. Kimba, a.k.a. Christian, alongside
Soup.
Yeah, Soup, we back.
That's right.
Just want to say that this is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 p.m. until. We do have a telephone number, 340-201-9005. That's the number you can reach us tonight. You can also text us on that number as well. Most importantly, you have to go to our website, streaming live from the vi.com. Go to our website and click on the tab that says Watch Us Live, and you'll be able to see the show tonight because we do have some special guests in the studio tonight. We also have email as well, streaming live from the vi@yahoo.com. For our guests, and they've heard this before, we are in the high-tech, low-tech studio, coming to you from an undisclosed location here in St. Croix, Virgin Islands. No radio or TV, internet only, which means that you have to get your smartphone, your Android, your tablet, your iPad, your Mac or your Windows PC, open up your browser, type in streaming live from the vi.com, and you'll be able to see the entire show tonight. All our recorded live shows are on YouTube and Ustream.tv. Just simply search for our channel, It's Your Perspective Talk Show. We're on Facebook as well. I want to give a quick shout out to CHS Class of 1982. For all our class members that are out there, here, there, and everywhere, link us up, let us know how you're doing. But most importantly, to all our past guests, thanks for being on our show. We're on Twitter as well. Tweet with us at VI Perspective. Super moving straight forward and up. The show's mission is just to inform, entertain, and empower everyone. And Soup, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Bless that mic, man.
Greetings to one and all in the name of His Divine Majesty, Jah Rastafari. I'm going to read this. Utterance of His Majesty Kidamawe Empire Selassie I of Ethiopia. Utterance and leadership. A true leader is one who realizes by faith that he is an instrument in the hands of Jah and dedicates himself to be a guide and inspirer of the nobler sentiments and inspirations of the people. He will kindle interest, teach, aid, and correct and inspire. Those whom he leads will cooperate with him in maintaining discipline for the good of the group. He will instruct his followers in the goals towards which to strive and create in him a sense of mutual effort of attaining the goal. To sum up, there is no power on earth, in this university or elsewhere, that can take a clerk from his desk or a mechanic from his bench and easily mold him into a leader. To develop oneself, one has to develop one's own initiative and preservation. A man has to strive in order to grow. As educated people, you will be looked up to and much will be expected of you. You will be regarded, and highly and rightly so, as those who have the necessary knowledge and ability to inspire, to guide, and to lead. It is for this reason that we expect from you, to whom we have given the opportunity of education in your chosen field, great and productive services to our country. A good leader is devoted to his work and will willingly forego even the demands of sleep to see its accomplishment. This does not mean that he is impetuous. On the other hand, he maintains a balance between emotional drive and sound thinking. His labors, which sometimes appear excessive, derive from his firm realization that unless a man undertakes more than he can possibly do, he will never be able to do all he can do. It is in this enthusiasm that stimulates his energy. No matter what our point of departure in speaking of leadership, we reach the inescapable conclusion that the art of leadership consists in the ability to make people want to work for you when they are really under no obligation to do so. Give thanks.
Give thanks, Soup.
Yes, I.
Soup's been blessing us since April of 2014 with his words of His Majesty and the It's Your Perspective poem.
Yes, I.
Thanks for that again, Soup. So as we move on here, we do have some special guests in the studio. Again, they're returning guests. There they are right there. You guys wave to the crowd. Viewers are seeing you worldwide. We have Anselma John Ayala and Milagros Romero.
Hi.
Thanks for coming out again. How you guys doing this evening?
Very good, thank you.
Very good.
Good.
Okay. So tonight you guys are, I guess, continuing on Beauty from Ashes.
Yes.
This whole, I guess, concept of trauma I guess the trauma-informed Virgin Islands.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what that's all about.
And where did it came from? What caused that whole concept to come about?
Okay.
Anyone could start.
Beauty from Ashes came out of the idea that when trauma occurs, then, and in whatever form it occurs, whether it be abuse or loss of something or someone, then when that type of trauma occurs, it hurts deep down inside. And at that point in time, the person feels as if, like, you know, when a house or an object gets all burnt up, the ashes that result from that. But then we want them to see that it doesn't all have to end just with the ashes. You can get beauty from the ashes.
Beauty from the ashes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is sort of like a part 2 from where we were last. So how have you guys progressed from the part 1? Is that a success? The first step?
So what y'all having, like different forums, workshops, or speakers, what takes place?
You have 2 questions there. Let's take the first one first. First one first. Yes, the program that we did last year and the year before, it has really been a success. One of the things that we did was we held symposiums both here in St. Croix and in St. Thomas, because we want the Virgin Islanders to be aware of what's going on in our community,
Right.
or communities rather, in our territory. And we want to bring an awareness to them that even if whatever bad occurs, there's always something good behind that.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now some of the programs that we had last year, like I said, we had a huge symposium, and that covered May to June. Right?
Yes.
Yes, on both islands, where we had a Dr. Alberto Cornier. He was
Yes.
here on your program. He came out to meet the pediatricians, the commissioners, you know, all these people, those folks who deal with children,
Right.
to bring that awareness, let them see how even genetically trauma is, children are connected to trauma. I think we went through that whole thing the last time on your show, so we'll not go into that again. So that's one of the things that we had. Milagros, want to share anything?
Yes, I wanted to share that sometimes when a family goes through trauma, many times we concentrate on the grown-ups because they can express what they're feeling. They can show, you know, and manifest whatever it is the effects are. But sometimes the children are not able to express themselves. And so this trauma sometimes just sits within them, and we see them change and we see them react in different ways, and sometimes we don't understand. And when we look back, we can find that the traumas began way then, when something else had happened in their lives.
Yeah. And one of the things that I like to really stress is the fact that our children here in the Virgin Islands, when they begin school in kindergarten, they're not ready. They're very much ill-prepared to begin kindergarten. They're not ready to learn. And statistics would show you what I'm saying. What we're trying to do is bring that awareness that, look, they have a voice too. And we will be having a commercial coming out very soon to that effect, where it's letting you know that the child is saying, I have a voice too. Are you hearing me? Are you
Okay.
listening to me?
Okay.
Yes.
So are you addressing these signs and behaviors and attitudes that the young person might be demonstrating that the adults might not be noticing? Are you teaching the community what signs to look for and things like these?
That's part of our program. That's part of what we're doing, part of our awareness
Okay.
program. Yes. Yeah.
And this is being done through many people in the community
Yes.
that are already offering services. So what we're doing is that we are collaborating and bringing people to the table, like psychologists and people that are motivational speakers, as well like Dr. Cornier, who is a genetic doctor. Yes. So we're bringing people that can address issues because from my perspective, for instance, I can speak on the experiences because of what I went through, but then different speakers will speak, like some will address the thoughts, whatever it is that you're thinking, negative thoughts, how they process and how they affect you. Then we also have other people that are doing like vision boards and other programs. So it's a full collaboration that's happening right now.
You know,
Okay.
what we did last year is we kind of like tilled the ground. We were actually looking for folks who can speak to, who can assist the Virgin Islands in coming up from those ashes. We found a lot of people, a lot of positive people in our society that are willing to share part of themselves and bring it out, that are willing to like forego the backlash they'll have from family members because they're speaking about the abuse or whatever trauma it is that occurred. Because, you know, in the Caribbean, we like to keep everything hush hush. You know,
Yeah.
it happened at home, it stays at home. That's what we've learned. And what we're trying to do is let them see that we're not trying to get into your families to destroy your families, but rather to build your family up. And that is our goal.
But on the other spectrum of that too, let me ask you this, I don't know what the experience has been, but when those old wounds are bring up to the surface and the families react, are they also a next segment to that to make sure that the families are also being prepared to expect, I mean, not expect, because nobody knows exactly how somebody's going to react to
Exactly.
whatever. But I mean, at least they have some parameters in place to also address those issues.
Yes, our program is a holistic program. We engage in self-care, self-esteem, self-motivation. So, you know, and self-care says it all. We engage in helping you understand the entire you concept. So, sometimes even just watching TV, some old wounds will open up for folks. And what we want them to understand is it is okay.
Yes.
I have to be okay with myself. I am okay with myself. Now, how do I move towards another point?
Okay.
And that is the beauty aspect of it.
Okay.
And Soup, I wanted to mention that I was very surprised last year when I was speaking about my experience, and I really didn't know what to expect. And of course, there is always a balance.
Right.
You have the people that would say, why are you speaking about these things? They're so ugly. You shouldn't be sharing that. And then it was the other side, people from all ages that were saying to me, thank you for sharing because I went through the same thing and I never told anyone. I couldn't find the courage to speak up. So you're speaking for us.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we had an influx of folks who addressed us, who saw us after this, and they just wanted to talk about, we had to tell them, okay, well, we need you to call, and
Right.
just let them get the real services, because our aspect is just to bring the program to them, bring that awareness,
Awareness.
and then the others that we're collaborating with, that we're partnering with, then they're the ones who would take it from there.
Okay.
So we're not the counselors in this space.
So who are you guys partnering with?
Okay, wow. We're partnering with, last year we were partnering with Department of Human Services.
Okay.
Okay. And just like, all these different programs. And that's the aspect of it where you can go and talk about the experiences that you've had. We had on here last year Dr. Migdalia Brathwaite
Yes.
and also Dr. Dara Hamilton.
Yes.
They have continued to work with us very much so. Now, this year we are partnering with lots of different folks, which is the towards the trauma-informed Virgin Islands aspect of it, and that's what we're here to discuss tonight, to let you know a lot of the programs that we have and a lot of the things that will be going on.
Okay, so you could start answering.
Okay. All right. So last month, February, we had a faith-based luncheon. What was that about? It's because we realized in our community two things. Number one, as Caribbean people, a lot of times when things occur, we go back to the church. We go back to our pastors. We go back to, our church leaders, whoever it is they may be. So last year, some of the things that we did was we spoke to some of those faith-based leaders, and we found out that the churches, the different churches, they have so many resources. And in speaking, I said, but just now, wait, the community can use those resources.
Yes.
Then I started realizing that Church A and Church B, down to Church Y and Church Z, if they pull together, then we can really, really, really affect our community, because some are doing this over here and some are doing it in the west and some are doing it in the east and some are doing it in the central area. And it was like, what? You know what? Let's just try and see how we can put everything together. So Governor Mapp did an ingenious thing. He appointed a liaison to the faith-based community. And Milagros and I said, this is what we've been asking for. This is what we've been praying for. So I went to him and I said, Pastor Carrion, I have a proposal for you. And we spoke a little bit about what it is we wanted to do. And he said, yes, that sounds very good. So we began calling. I think Milagros and I were the ones who made most of the phone calls and contacts. And we said to the pastors, look, we'd like you to come out to a luncheon. So February 23rd, we had a luncheon here in St. Croix, where in attendance we had about 102 folks.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. And in St. Thomas, St. John district, we had about 84 folks who joined us in the luncheon, and that was February 25th.
Okay.
So we worked with both aspects, and we got an overwhelming response from the faith-based leaders. They said to us, we're interested, we want to start working. When can we start? And over and over, and in the week that preceded, we received emails, and we received emails and phone calls and texts that said, thank you very much for doing this. And they were very, very gracious. So then we began to formulate the committees. We have 8 committees in place. 3 of them have started full force on both St. Croix and in the St. Thomas St. John district. The 3 that have started with a bang are the homelessness/mental health. That's one committee that we have.
Okay.
Then we have another one, the after school programs. That's the second committee. And the third one is
Incarcerated.
the incarcerated.
Okay.
And as you would realize, these 3 committees are things that a lot of the faith-based establishments already have in place at their churches. So what we're trying to do is bring it together, bring everybody together so that we can work with one community at a time. Now, on the other side, we have Commissioner Pedro Cruz. He and I also got to talking in February also, and he shared part of his plan with me after hearing what our plan was, only to realize that we have the exact same thing in mind, to affect our communities, to make them a better place and a safer place for our children. So Commissioner Cruz is on board with us for the after-school programs. He has already offered many instances where we
This is for Parks and Recreation.
Sports park.
Sports Park,
Yes.
yes, Sports Park and Recreation, Commissioner of Sports Park and Recreation. When we traveled to St. Thomas, he had me meet his assistant there. Here in St. Croix, I've met them also, and we're working towards a better Virgin Islands. In January, they started a program where they started at Canagator Ballpark, and what they're doing is every month, the third Saturday of the month, they go into those communities and they have programs for the children. So we're partnering with them where while they're having the programs for the children, we are addressing the parents and the guardians of these same children. We
Okay.
bring in self-care talks, and Milagros can talk a little more to that aspect of it, would you?
Yes, of course. While the children are having fun, you know, I sit down and I speak to the parents. Many times I share my story because we don't know what these families are enduring, what is going on, and we don't want to infiltrate their homes.
Yes.
So I share my story and some of them open up, and at the same time, in sharing my stories, it's like they realize, well, okay, there is difficulty going in my home, but that doesn't have to be the end. There is a process where we can find healing, not just for the parents, but also for the children. Because many times, well, we address the children, and right now, the commissioner is addressing the children through recreation, and they have all these sports and all these games, and then they go back home and they have to deal with parents that are frustrated, that are angry, that are lost and don't know what to do. So I sit with them and I try to encourage. I speak about ways that they can motivate themselves, because sometimes you don't have someone to speak to you. You don't have someone to pat you in the back. So when I get this opportunity, I open up to them by telling my story and then allowing them to share a little bit if they so feel comfortable to do so.
Yes.
Okay, good.
That's just one of the things, and Milagros is just one of the speakers whom we found last year, and she has gone all the way with us. We also have Audrey Brown. We have like lots of others. We have, well, I'll come to that person in a little bit as we continue to talk. So this is what we're doing with the after school program, and joining with the Department of Sports, Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
Okay, now sorry?
I'm sorry, Alsama. Is also is learning and enrichment going on too? Homework help and all of that too.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, that for the after school program, we're still, like I said, we're in the process of doing it. The luncheon just occurred in February, and now we're
Just
starting out.
getting off.
Yes.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
we're just getting off the ground.
Okay.
We do have, we formulated a committee where we have a lead, an assistant, and a secretary.
Yes.
We don't have a treasurer yet because we're not too sure if we'll be doing the fundraising aspect of it. But this all, now I want to mention one thing. I don't want this to be evasive. These committees are all formed with the faith-based community.
Right.
Okay.
Okay? So these are who are on these committees that we're speaking about right now. They're the ones that we had to take the lead because they already have so many of these programs, like I said, in their churches. So this past week, what we decided to do is that we would work in collaboration with the Weed and Seed program. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
Yes.
So we're just being schooled on a little more on the Weed and Seed program, what it's about, and we're still trying to figure out here in St. Croix, that is, where we can go with that.
Okay.
When I travel to St. Thomas next week, we will be figuring out where we will be starting
Okay.
in St. Thomas. So these are just some of the things that we're doing with the after school program, and these are some of the aspects, and we're looking for volunteers. We're also we've also been able to secure it in a way where if we have enough volunteers come out, well, when whichever volunteers we have come out at a certain point in time when they go and get their police record, their police clearance and reports, then they will receive maybe like a reduced fee, or maybe the fee might even be waived, but we're looking into that.
Okay. So this program doesn't deal with the parents, it's just primarily the children themselves?
Yes
Okay.
and no.
For now.
For now, we're dealing with the after school,
Okay.
where what happens to a child, because most of our children are latchkey kids.
Yes.
So we're dealing with that aspect of it right now. And we have to start slowly. We cannot start too big, we'll crash. So what we're doing is that we're going to start in one community first.
Okay.
And what we're doing is we're starting in a community where they already have an after-school program going on, but it's probably dwindling a little bit,
Okay.
so that we can learn the do's and don'ts. We can see what it is they have done, what it is they're doing, what has been successful, and then we can be able to start in the various communities. So it will be like a flower plant. You know, you plant that seed and you're just watching it grow, and
Yeah,
then
you just water it.
It's a
daily and then-
process.
yeah, it's
okay,
good.
it's a
Well,
process, and we just started, and I'm just really happy that we've even been able to formulate these committees so quickly after the luncheon.
Right.
Because we do know that the pastors, they are very busy in and of themselves. So we're really trying, and especially we just had the Lent season and
Yes.
what have you. So it's coming. Now, the after school program, we have 4 objectives. The 4 objectives include educational, recreational, then value transference,
Okay.
because that's one of the things we realize that's lacking in our territory. You know, our children really don't know how to respect older people, and older people sometimes don't respect the children themselves.
Okay.
So we want to kind of like teach them value transference by being those real life heroes to them
Okay.
and respecting them. So that's part of our program. And then the 4th objective is what we call parent empowerment. So we're going to assist the parents, give them that empowerment that they need, that confidence that they require, so that they can raise a happy and healthy child. One of the committees that will be formulated later on will be for adults/parents, where we will be looking at assisting with GED, getting a GED or high school diploma,
Okay.
and just like, you know, teaching them computer
Literacy.
Okay.
even just learning how to read. Just, so these are some of the things, but that committee, that's one of the 8 committees I told you about
Okay.
previously, but we haven't started that one as yet.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing with after school. So what you'll notice is all our committees, they will be like a Venn diagram where there's that yes.
So have you determined what community that you're going in first to do the after school, or that's still in the process where you're making that decision right now?
Right now, we've decided that we would work along with the Weed and Seed program.
Out of
and
Grove?
Out of
Yes.
Grove, yes.
Okay.
So that we can learn from them what it is they're
Okay.
doing.
All right.
Yes.
So this sounds like a sort of a kind of a super enhanced after school care program, because I guess the kids were going somewhere after school, and I don't know if they were kind of running wild or loose with some general direction. But now you guys have come on top of that and gave it a little bit more direction,
Yes.
a little bit more focus.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And
Good.
I want everybody to know it is very important. The faith-based leaders wanted us to make sure that we point out that this is not about religion. When you come there, I'm not going to church you, you know?
Okay.
It's about giving back, being thankful for what they have, what we have, and
Yes.
giving back to our community. So this is, you know, when you go there, you don't have to worry about a pastor telling you that you're doing wrong or anything like that. This is not what our program is about.
Okay.
Yes. The next one that we have, since we've spoken about the after school, we could talk about a little bit about the homeless. And I don't know if you're familiar with Pastor John Gilbert, but he has the Eagle's Nest out of Frederickstead.
Eagle's Nest?
Eagles, yes.
No, I never heard of that.
Never heard of that now.
Yeah, he's been doing that as far back as I think about 8 years or more.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been feeding the homeless.
And actually, Mr. Simmer, tell me what the name you said what's his name is again?
Pastor John Gilbert.
Okay. All right.
Yes, and he just has a heart for that. He has been teaching us that along with homelessness comes a world of issues that we don't even realize.
Yes, sir.
For example, some of the folks who were, and he said in his case, he's found several of them who were homeless, they actually have some mental issues. So this committee, we've called it homelessness/mental health.
Okay.
But we're currently dealing with the homelessness aspect of it
Right.
now. And because my throat is a little dry, I'll let Melandra speak a little bit about that.
Okay. So, in working with Pastor Gilbert, we are understanding a lot of the dynamics which sometimes, if you're not working with them, you don't even have an idea of what's going on. Because there are places that do want to help the homeless, they want to shelter them, but then if they're dealing with substance abuse, they can't allow them to go there. And then there are other places that deal with substance abuse, but they cannot deal with people that have mental issues.
Okay.
So it's like, how do you help these people? So the job is a lot bigger than just saying, well, we're gonna have a homeless program, we're gonna go and feed them, and we're gonna go and clothe them. Now, this committee is coming together to not only expand what Eagle's Nest is doing, but to see how we can find real solutions that are effective and is going to really help the homeless community at present.
Yeah,
And one of
because
the things that we found out is that there are so many different churches right here in St. Croix, right here in St. Thomas, that actually feed the homeless, but they do it on different days. So just imagine if they pool their resources together,
Right.
what can happen, you know? And the thing is, what they need now, we need volunteers for this program. All our programs, all our committees will definitely need volunteers. And hence the reason why we're bringing it out there, because we really want you to know what it is we're doing. We don't want to keep it hush-hush. We want everybody to know about it so that you can say, okay, well, I can help here or I can help there.
Okay.
This is like what people say sometimes. It is the people helping the people.
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
the community coming out to help the community.
Yes.
And it's something we have to realize. Change is not going to happen by itself. And sometimes we look at in one direction expecting for help to come from that place. Okay, and it hasn't happened because the picture is a lot bigger than one person can do or one department can do. So we need to get involved. We need collaboration. We need to get committed and to be able to invest our time, our resources, you know, our ideas if necessary, so that we can come together for our own people and even for us, because when we improve one community, we improve our own selves.
That's right.
definitely.
And then the thing is, for those who believe that that has nothing to do with me, homelessness affects every single person in the community.
Each one of us are just basically a day away or paycheck away from being homeless.
From
You
being
never
homeless,
know.
yeah.
You never know what will transpire and what will happen. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a really serious issue. And the next thing I wanted to ask you, ladies, is that if presently is there a place in St. Croix that the homeless could go to and take a shower or get a night rest or anything like that right now? Is there anything like that going on here
Plus any kind of like general medical attention, you know.
Well, like I said, Pastor Gilbert has been schooling us
Right.
on a lot of things, and even he found out that there's a church in the West, the Frederickstead Church, where they actually have a like showers, and they allow, I think, they allow the homeless to come there and have a shower, and they give them clean clothes, and
Yes.
I think they have a washer and dryer from what I understood,
Right.
so like they could wash their own things
Right,
for them
right.
also. So like I said, there are certain churches that already feed. There are those who feed and they take care of their mental, their health issues. There are those who take care of their hygiene, so but everybody's just trying to do a little
piece
bit
here, a
right
piece
there.
there,
Yes.
right,
But that's why we're trying to bring everybody together so that we can just assist each other.
Yeah, in a bigger,
much,
greater, in
much
a more,
better.
in a more unified aspect of this whole
Yeah,
thing.
we found out about another church here in Christianstead, who I think is every Sunday, I guess we were told. Correct me if I'm wrong. Every Sunday they feed them, I think, right here at the market.
Okay.
Yeah, in St. Thomas, the same way, we found out that there's another church that cooks every Wednesday. Then up the road from that church, there's another one that does it on a Thursday or every third Thursday.
Right.
So we're just trying to see how best we can help our own brothers and sisters that are currently without a home.
With the home, yeah.
Yeah. What Pastor Gilbert also brought to our attention is that more folks are homeless than we really realize, because I may not be living in my own home. I probably am sleeping on the couch.
Of course.
At somebody
That's
That's a form of
homelessness.
homelessness.
Yes.
That's right.
You know, what's about the young man who is in his vehicle and every night he's looking for a community that's kind of like safe for him to be able to sleep, have a rest in his vehicle. So homelessness, it's a real issue. It's a real serious issue.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys have any numbers on that, on exactly like how many are homeless?
Well, actually, we did receive that data. I'm sorry that I did not bring it with me so that I could quote it.
Right,
but
right.
yes, we have quite a bit here
Okay.
in the islands.
But it is high. It is high based on the overall population.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
it is pretty high, and that is when they do the census. What they do is they get lots of volunteers, and they go out in one day, and they count the number of people that they see, they know, and what have you. So what's about the person who says, no, I'm not homeless, but they actually are. So it's just the reported amount we know, and
Exactly.
that I remember it was really high.
Okay.
Another thing is that a lot of them do not have their documents.
Yes.
So how do you help them? If in order to get benefits, they have to have documents.
Yes.
And in order to get the documents, they have to have paperwork.
Paperwork, right.
So it's a cycle that we have to see how we can work out so that we can, like I mentioned before, offer real help.
And let me tell you, it is so hard for them. I am smiling, but not because I got so frustrated when I heard Pastor Gilbert share, right? For them to be able to get their social security card because they've lost it, they need a picture ID. For them to get that picture ID, they need a social security card or their birth certificate.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just like,
It's frustrating.
yeah, it's just really, really frustrating. So Pastor Gilbert actually proposed that one of the things that we need to do is be able to assist them. And we this is our message out there to other government agencies who may be able to assist. You can help us try to figure out how we can assist them in retaining these documents And then when they get these documents, we're going to, Pastor Gilbert was saying that we can use one place to house it,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
where we file it,
Right.
because I will tell you something. Do you know what happens when a homeless person dies?
No.
Do you know? No?
It probably goes unrecorded, in a sense, maybe.
They just stay in the morgue until somebody can identify them,
Okay.
most times. And if they stay in the morgue, do you know who pays for that?
The state, the city.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do we have that kind of money?
No.
No, we don't.
Does
So we
that-
might as well as all get on board. Like I said,
And do that happen
homelessness
here
is
on a
my
regular?
problem. It is your problem. It is everybody's problem.
Do we have that issue here right now on the cell phone?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we do. Pastor Gilbert shared about somebody who passed away, and I think what he said, 2 weeks? It was
Yes.
about 2 weeks that person was at the morgue.
At
You
the
know how
morgue.
much money that is?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Is the government helping much with monies and just
Services.
to help?
Well, I'm the government. I work for the government. I'm trying like to help. And yes, we do have other folks helping, but like I said, we need more folks on board.
More folks
we
on board.
need more agencies on board. We need more sectors on
Yes.
board.
Okay.
I think that once we have the committees in place, it's going to be easier and it's going to be better to help the communities, because these people have to get oriented. They have to know where you can send someone
Yes.
to get the help, because I think that is a problem. Sometimes you have this situation going on and you don't know where to go, and sometimes you go to an office and it's not the right one and they don't necessarily know who can help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we need for the committees to be properly informed
Yes.
as to what agency can help with what situation. Yes.
You know what I noticed too also too is that within our communities, after we help the homeless and we give them apartments, we set them up and everything like that, nobody really goes back
Yes.
and follow up
Follow
with
up.
them
Yeah.
to see what is the conditions where they at. And sorry to say this, but if they don't have that support system there, they're gonna end up right back on the streets
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they're not taking the medication, they're not
Right.
taking care of the hygiene, they're just not taking care of themselves.
Yes.
You know, so as you said, Ansama, is a holistic approach that you have to go about this whole thing is about,
Yes.
because you really have to approach it from a holistic approach, because if you don't, as I said, I've seen it before.
Yeah, and
You
I
know?
can tell you right now, our homeless committee, they've approached all these different areas.
Okay.
They've realized that okay, this is what happens, you know. So now they're trying to put a sustainable program in place.
Yes, okay.
You know, they don't want to just get this started out and then it just falls by the
Right.
wayside.
Right.
Then that's even it's going to be harder the next time around
Exactly.
to get it started up. So yeah, you know, if you're interested in any of our committees, please give us a call. My number is 773-1404, extension 4822.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've spoken about
After school.
after school.
School.
We've
The
spoken
homeless.
about the
The
homeless.
homeless.
Now we're going to speak about the one that's dear to my heart, the prison ministry, incarcerated.
Okay.
I want to thank Director Mulgrave and Warden Trotter because they allowed us to tour the facility,
Okay.
and now we can see what it is that they have to deal with in that facility.
Okay.
We are bringing, they have said that yes, they've accepted our hand of friendship to partner with them, and we're bringing in what is called the Prison Smart program.
Prison Smart.
Prison Smart, SMART.
Okay.
And SMART stands for Stress Management and Resilience Training. And there I go again with resilience training. Yeah, but we'll be bringing that program in. Then we also have the person that I was going to mention a while ago, Berlina Wallace Verby, and she has what is called the Freedom Project.
Freedom.
Freedom, Freedom, and basically what her idea is that if we can give our inmates something to look forward to, then they will learn, and if they can also learn to acknowledge whatever it is that they have done wrong, then they can move on from there.
Okay.
It's a program that sustains within itself, and we're going to be bringing into the prison, I think, in May, in April or May.
Okay.
We'll be bringing it into the prison system. Anything I missed?
Well, we had the tour of the facility and we were actually surprised that they do have services there in place for the inmates. I was surprised that they have a mechanic shop
Yes.
Okay.
that they can learn mechanics. They had cars in there. I was like, wow.
Okay.
You know, because we were thinking, okay, so what can we offer to help the inmates better themselves, to look at something else, you know, more than the regular life that they've been living. And they do have programs there in place for literacy, for the GED. They have a law library.
Yeah.
You know, so it was awesome to see. So I think,
They have a computer lab.
yes,
Yeah.
I think that what is necessary is a holistic aspect that
Yes.
people can go in and talk to them, not as inmates, but as human beings.
Yes.
Okay.
That can make a change, that can progress, that can make a choice to do something different with their lives.
Okay. So,
Right.
it's only just the faith base you're reaching out to, or you're reaching out to end the whole community and a whole in general?
The whole community.
Okay.
Because although it is the faith-based
Initiative.
leaders that we and organizations that were approached,
Right.
we are asking for collaboration. It's like the government through Anselma presented the opportunity for the leaders, the religious leaders,
Right.
to open up and service the community. And now they are opening up to the community for them to join in. Because, like I said, it's not just one sector that's going to solve our situation. We all need to be invested in what is going on. We need to get interested in, we want change. So now we have to work for that change.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the goal is just to assist the faith-based and the community in handling their own trauma, in becoming more aware of what's going on within their island, within their community,
Right.
within their home, within themselves.
Yes.
You know?
All right.
Yes. So that's what we're looking at.
Yeah. Any challenges with the prison system?
Not that we're not at liberty to share, but everything has its challenges. Even for this program, we have our challenges
Right.
also.
Right.
Okay.
But there was no challenge in them opening up to
you,
us.
right.
Okay.
You know, they
Yes.
did welcome. And I say us because I volunteer.
Okay.
So I make myself we and us. And I think that's what we really need to do.
Right,
We
definitely.
all need to embrace, you know, whatever child is out there suffering is
Thank
our
you.
child.
Yes.
Right.
Whatever teenager is in trouble, it's our teenager.
Yes.
I don't have any kids. And at the same time, it's like I have so many I can't count them.
Yes, yes,
You know,
for
because
sure.
I have the understanding that we are not alone, and we all need each other.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So you guys got a chance to talk to actual prisoners, or just the staff, just the staff itself?
Just the staff.
Okay.
But we did get to meet some of them, like just say hi.
Right.
But that was it for now until we will be going in there again.
And what's the target date to start the program in the prison?
We've started.
You started it. Okay. Okay.
I actually went in yesterday
Uh-huh.
with Rotary, which we are also, again, we are looking to partner with.
Yeah.
I am a Rotarian with the St. Croix Rotary Club, or the Rotary Club of St. Croix, let me say it correctly. And I went yesterday and I spoke to the women about forgiveness, and the interaction was so wonderful. And I think that is what is needed. Sometimes people are locked up and it's like nobody cares.
Right.
That's the feeling. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that nobody
definitely,
cares,
yes.
but I say it because I felt in prison within my own self. And when I was going through that struggle, I felt that people didn't care. And it wasn't that they weren't showing love, but they weren't showing love the way I
actually
needed it.
did.
Yes. Okay.
So in the different organizations going in, because some churches go and preach, Rotary goes and speak about different issues that might be affecting them.
Okay.
And now we're gonna have a committee going in and doing different things. So when we approach one problem through different avenues, we will find a solution somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. Real quickly, we got a text, and someone says, "Yes, restrain the people, so you have to work together." Many programs in prison systems are to help. Good program, can't stay long. Help these people. It's a hard road in prison. I guess they would just make some general statements about what you guys are talking about. No questions per se, more of a comment than anything else.
Well, we thank you for that comment.
Yes, we sure do.
Yes.
So you guys are obviously here to help whatever the situation in the prisons, with the inmates and just to make them feel more comfortable, feel more supported, feel more loved.
So you guys started today. So how many times a week you're gonna be going in there right now?
We don't know because we are in the process of setting.
Got you.
All the committees are actually in process of setting a plan,
Yes.
so that then it can be taken.
Okay.
Okay.
And with the prison, you know, they have guidelines that we have to
Yes,
follow.
definitely.
Yes.
So we have to work with them, and right now they're really busy doing a lot of stuff. So they fit us in, which we are grateful for.
Right.
Very grateful for that.
Okay.
Thanks again to Warden Trotter and Director Mulgar, because if it wasn't for them allowing us to come in, then it would
Yes.
have just been an idea that would collect dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let me ask you ladies something too. How old do you start to target individuals with trauma? Is there a specific age that you start to target them from? Or you just have to have something happen before you do it? Or is there a plan to go forward with that?
My heart, that I'm an advocate for, and
Yes.
two, always the children.
Okay.
Always the children. But of course, children are not an island or an entity unto themselves. Children come with homes, with adults, with teenage siblings, cousins. So as a result of that, I'll go back and see the holistic, the entire family.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Do you ladies want to give out your number or email address or anything like that where you could be reached to be informed if anybody's looking to contact you or want to join you or want to be partnership with you guys?
We're both on Facebook. You could hit us up there. We're on Facebook by our names, and Selma John Ayala and Milagros Romero.
Okay.
My work number, where you can always contact me, is 340-773-1404, extension 4822. If you don't remember the extension, you can just ask for Selma John Ayala. A lot of the times I'm just up and down, to and fro, trying to make committee meetings and what have you. So if you don't get me, just leave a message, and as soon as I get that message, I'll be calling you back.
Do return phone calls, eh?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So we got a couple more texts here. Someone says get the young ones so the cycle is broken.
Yes.
And then,
That's our plan.
And then programs and tools are needed.
Programs and
Tools
yes.
are needed.
So let's talk about tools then. And I've not finished talking about all the committees, but let's talk about tools for a little bit here.
Go
If
ahead.
you Google Scream Free, you'll find Scream Free Parenting, Scream Free Marriage, Scream Free Teaching. Scream Free, what? The guy who discovered Scream Free, Hal Runker, he came here to the Virgin Islands in 2010 or 2011. And at the time when he came to work with the military. He came to bring that program because the military families were the ones who brought him in.
Right.
And it was really geared towards those. Remember at that time we had a lot of guys returning from their deployment. So it was a kind of like reintegration method when Scream Free came in at that time. But the thing is, we realized that all this money was spent, and if we want anything again from Scream Free, a lot of money has to be spent again. So next week we have 21 folks from St. Croix, St. Thomas, and St. John who will be trained in the Scream Free parenting techniques. Is what we call the Scream Free parenting train the trainer. And they will be coming in, he and his team will be coming in, and they will be actually giving us tools whereby now we can go and teach the techniques in our community now. This is the thing about the technique, the Scream Free technique. And like I said, you can Google it. But this is the thing about the Scream Free. It teaches you to look at yourself. You know, what am I doing that's getting this reaction from the child? Right? So we will be having some trainers, and we've tried to make the trainers across the board so that anybody, anywhere can access those trainers for their establishment, whatever it is, for your business, for your church, whatever it is. We try to put it across the board so that we have folks here that can assist when we're doing our different committees. Like I told you, we'll be having the adults, we'll be doing parent empowerment. Yes, so we have, that's one of the tools.
One
we
of the
have
tools,
coming up.
okay, coming,
Yeah.
okay.
How soon you looking to start this? You said next week?
Yes, next week,
The training
Tuesday
is
and
next
Wednesday, the training will be a 2-day training.
Okay.
So this is like a national program, or
Well, they're from Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's I think he has about maybe like 10,000 plus folks under his belt that have already been trained
okay,
in the Scream Free technique.
okay.
Did this individual created this technique himself?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
Okay.
Yeah, and with another text, someone says, "Go Milagros!" Rah 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 rah! Go 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 go!
Girl. That's my girl. Yes. So that's like I said, these are some of the tools that we have coming out, and we're not just here to just talk and we have no action to it.
Right.
We have a few things lined up, and yes, you know, we're still struggling to make ends meet and, you know, like put things into place, but we are planning. We've been doing this since 2014, and
It's a
we're planning-
process.
Yeah.
And we just keep going forward.
Yes.
Right.
No stopping. We
No
move
stopping.
forward sometimes, not as fast as we should, but we keep moving.
Right.
Yes, we keep moving forward.
And let me ask you one more thing about the Scream Free. Is the Scream Free targeted to a particular population? I think you said it was a parent training.
It's a parent training when I spoke with Hal Runker's resource person, John Kaplan, he said that they're looking for folks that are already basically in the field. So, if you're a social worker or if you're a psychologist, if you're a teacher, like folks already in that
Yes,
field.
yes.
And they are also offering 14 continuing education units.
Yes.
So
Through this
yes,
program
yes,
also?
Yes, through this program.
Okay.
So the 2-day training you will be receiving you'll be also be getting, the 21 folks will be getting 14 continuing education credits. They'll be receiving a kit that the value of which is $300.
Mm-hmm.
They will have access to a link wherein they can go back, they can go and question you, because sometimes when you think you know something, then somebody asks you a question
Right.
so you can go back and meet with other folks in a forum. Let me see.
Is this thing going to be continuous going? The program that you have in the screen fee that you have in the trainers coming to train, is this continue?
No, that costs a lot of money.
Okay.
It costs a lot of money
So-
to have
so-
these 21 folks trained.
So how did you select the 21 people to get trained for this? May I ask that?
Yes. How did we select them? We sent out a comprehensive email to all the departments: education, human services, health.
Yes.
What am I missing? The pastors.
Okay,
sent out
got
to
you,
the faith-based, teachers,
Yes.
community centers. We tried to reach as many folks,
Okay.
and then
Just
there's 20. The criteria was we're not training more than one person from per agency,
From agency, okay.
agency or sector.
Okay,
Okay.
got you.
Yes.
So we got a couple more texts here. Someone says, you ladies are a wonderful example of people helping people and making a difference. Thank you. Someone else says, get them doing some things instead of just sitting in cells so they have value.
They do have value.
They do have values. It's just that they messed up a little bit,
Yes.
and they just need to know, and their families too need to know that they're not going to be judged. And I think that's what happens a lot of times. Why re-entry rate is so high is because they come out and then everybody call them a jailbird, you're a con, once a con.
Yeah.
We want to
No,
stop that.
no one wants to hear that.
Of
Yeah,
course
we want
not.
to stop
No one wants
that.
to hear that.
We're trying to go towards a positive community. Yes,
Okay.
that is our key.
Okay. And Milagros, you said that you were surprised that when you went in there that they have these, mechanic shops and these kind of things. So I guess there are things for them to do
Yes.
and to get a skill.
Yeah.
And I guess with some value improvements,
Yes.
they can get out
Yes.
and hopefully be better with some skills behind it themselves.
Yes.
Well, not only when they get out, the thing is that sometimes I have never been in jail, but I felt like I was in jail in my situation. I couldn't talk, I couldn't share, I couldn't be myself, so I was in prison.
Yes.
And when you are away from society, away from regular life, because even though I was living at home, I was not being myself. I couldn't be free,
Yes.
so I was in prison.
Yes.
You don't feel complete. You don't feel like you want to do anything. You don't feel encouraged. So you get depressed. You get sick of yourself. You get sick of the people around you. You get sick of life. So in that condition, why would I want to go to school?
Yeah.
Why would I want to go and get my GED when
Yeah.
I'm just feeling down in myself? So my thing is that I am glad that we are moving towards this holistic approach so that we can reach them and uplift them and encourage them and not return them their value, because you don't lose your value, but to make them aware, listen, it doesn't matter what you've done. Yes, you have to face the consequences. You have to pay your debt, but it doesn't devalue you. you are still a person,
Yes.
and you can still make better choices.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
What else? Someone sent another text here. Just pretty much what you were talking about. To start classes. I guess skill classes, training, as well. And you just kind of talked about that there a little bit. So yeah, it sounds like you guys are doing something positive for the community here. Someone says work on self-worth.
Yes.
Self-worth, love, and wholeness. I guess good, positive words in the conversation. I guess you have to uplift each other through words.
Yes. That's how you do it.
Yeah, through words. So yeah, good stuff. Is there one more area you wanted to talk about, real quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to talk about the bridge. Last year, my focus in working with Beauty from Ashes was really creating an atmosphere and an environment where people can open up to speak about the ugliness, the darkness, the situation, the problem, the pain, the suffering. And we had a lot of that. And I think we just needed to give room for people to be able to embrace this because it's not an easy thing. So now this year, we are focusing on how do we get from the ashes to the beauty. And for that, we need a bridge.
That's right.
And the bridge is an event that Anselma is going to be having, I think, in June.
In June.
And it's going to be for the community. Everybody is invited to come out. We don't have an official date yet, but we will be promoting the event. I'm actually asking someone to build me a bridge because I want people to be able to have a visual of what they are experiencing.
Right.
The four first steps, it's about knowing who you are, about thinking who you are, because sometimes we say, well, I am strong, and then something happens and we think we're stupid, we're weak, we're this, we're that. So you have to enhance your thoughts so that you can begin to think differently about yourself, a new mindset, then speaking what you are, and then living what you are. And then we're gonna have, once you go up those 4 steps, then you're gonna have different tools, which composes the bridge. We're gonna have things like the vision boards, meditation, music, different dance.
Hold that thought, Milagros. We have a call coming in here. Let me see if I can. Hello, talk show. It's your perspective talk show.
Hello, is this a live show?
Yes, it is. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Okay. Question or comment?
Yes. I'm impressed of how much things are happening in the Virgin Islands. I'm in Washington.
Wait. Hello, caller. Just hold on a second, okay? Hold on a second, okay? Put your headphones on so you can hear her. Just hold on 1 second. Just hold that thought. And the other one's in front there. The other one's in front. Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm calling from Washington.
Okay, hold on. Okay, go right ahead now. They should be able to hear you. Go ahead. Caller, are you there?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I can't hear.
Yes, go ahead, caller.
Caller, are you there?
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Make sure you're
I'm
Make
calling
sure.
from Washington, and I'm impressed of how many things are happening in the Virgin Islands that if it wasn't for this live streaming, I would have ever known.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
my sister.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, she's calling from
I'm
Washington
hoping that you
State.
all keep doing this great work.
We are encouraged. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling.
Any questions for our guest tonight? She's listening.
Yes.
Yes, what happened is that everything is coming 1 minute behind us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's a time
But I'm
delay.
calling from work. I'm at work watching you live streaming and showing my client everything about the Virgin Islands.
All
So
right.
thank you for having this show and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Well, thank you for your time.
Bye.
All right, thank you. All right, so thank Milagros' sister. She's in Washington, D.C. or Washington State?
Washington State.
Okay, so she's way on the other side over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, to kind of continue on there, you were talking about the bridge and kind of as you go across.
Anything with that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can just kind of put those on
You can put it right,
right there by your side. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so we were talking about the bridge, and we'll be doing it in terms of, we'll be embracing our culture. And the whole issue is about just embracing. So we'll be doing it through dance and through music and through singing, because, you know, that voice aspect of it and expression part of it is very important, not only to us as a people, but to for the betterment of our community. So that's part of that step. Well, you have the stairway, and then you have the crossover part of the bridge. That's embracing it so that you can reach the beauty at the end, which is a positive view evolving. A person who knows how to better handle the trauma that they experience, who can take whatever those experiences are that they had in the past and use it for a better future, much like what Milagros has done and is doing for our community. And that's what we want to see. We want to see our territory rise to what we know it can be, where we know it can be, and why we know it can be.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Well, with the work you ladies are doing, it definitely gonna have to rise to that point, because I keep saying over and over again, until our black mothers decide enough is enough and really come together and make it work, because it starts with you first. You are our first teachers, our first education, our first universities.
Yes.
It comes through you, no matter what, you know, we might want to say it's a man's world, but it all started from you. You know, so until you decide, yeah, we're gonna do it, and then we're gonna come and protect you all.
I was about to say
Yeah,
that
I mean,
the
of
black
course.
mothers can do
Of
that, but
course.
then we need the black fathers
Yeah,
and the
but
black
that's what I'm telling you.
men.
That's what we're there for. We're gonna make sure we have the whole family is there
Yes,
and a whole.
yes,
So
yes.
continue doing what y'all doing and don't stop. I know it rains and it gets sunny, so you know it's ups and downs. You know the
Yes.
road. It's just life, and just keep trotting. You know. Yes.
Yes.
So you guys have anything that you want to sort of close with?
So much.
I just want to say thank you to all the religious leaders. I want to say thank you to Pastor Samuel Catillon for being a part of this committee that has formed, because it's like we have a committee within a committee. We are all committed out right now.
Yes.
And I think it's just how we have to do it. I keep saying, to me, life is a puzzle, and we each have our own little piece, and we have to be able to fit it. The puzzle is not complete if you don't do your part.
That's right.
All right, perfect.
And you know, for me, I just want to thank all the folks who have allowed me to work with them. You said that the pleasure is yours, but actually the pleasure is mine for allowing me into your story, into your world, and for allowing me to see what it is that you have and pulling you out so that you now can do what you do best, and that is work for our community. We have all these folks like Milagros, and we have Audrey Brown with her vision boards, and we have Berlina Wallace Burby. We have Dr. Dara Hamilton, Dr. Migdalia Brathwaite. You know, we have a lot of folks.
We have
We forgot
local
to say-
talent.
We forgot to say one thing. I am so sorry. My apologies to the youth who are working with us. But in June, when we'll be having the bridge, we're hoping to also have a book that will touch a little bit on trauma, the abuse aspect of it. A book that caters to 10-year-old and up. We're trying to bring it down a bit, but it's kind of like hard.
Right.
But that book will be a two-sided book, and we have two young people working with us currently. I will not say their names,
Yes,
but
yes.
when the book come out, you'll see that they're the illustrators. They're two young people in our community who are giving their time to assist us. And we're working, the person who's authoring the book will be Opal Palmer Adisa.
Oh, okay, we know Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Opal, yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
good.
Good stuff.
So-
Yes.
Opal has come on board, and just today we had a meeting with those young people. We gave them applause on the drawings that they've done thus far. And
Yes.
we try. This is just goes to show you that we're really trying to embrace everybody,
Yes.
with this trauma aspect of it. So we have the old, the young, the in between. We have everybody that we're trying to touch in our community because at the end of the day, I want that when people turn back, they can say, wow, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, those Virgin Islanders, they are filled with talent. And then when we can see the talent that our own people have, that's going to give us that encouragement that we need. And when we get that encouragement that we need, guess what happens to our society? It becomes more positive, it becomes healthier, and as a result, we can begin to mitigate the trauma and the
We
toxic
can live in harmony.
live in harmony.
Live in harmony.
Right?
One day at a time.
Yes. So that this is just some of the. This is how we're going to end it with a book, and I will definitely send you that maybe a link or the video that the advertisement that we have out
Okay.
about my voice, and hopefully we can just get moving.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you guys for coming out. Once again, you guys have been here before.
Thank you for having us.
Great guests. You guys are
Welcome.
always welcome. Whenever you got something new and fun and exciting to talk about, just give us a call and we'll make it happen, you know?
Yes,
you.
thank you.
So, Soup, man, any final words, man?
Ladies, again, thank you much. Continue to work.
Thank
Jack Guy, One Perfect Love.
Yeah, and we like to say one perfect love is our praise and his blessings. When you put it all together, you get one perfect love, man.
There you go.
So on that note, we're out. I want to thank our guests once again for coming out. That's Anselma, John Ayala, and Milagros Romero. Thank you, ladies. This is the It's Your Perspective Talk Show every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're out. See you guys later. Peace.
run from me yard. Talk about life or just do financial shock. Once you have life, nothing should be no problem. Just give you life, you have strength, go solve them. Hands are not you have. I now go run from me yard. Talk about life or just do financial shock. Once you have life, nothing should be no problem. Just give you life, you have strength, go solve them. Hands are not you have. What's the sense in running? Remember you can run into the same problem you run from, even worse. This same problem you come from, it can meet you anywhere you go. I remember that you run. Stand up and defend your responsibility, which I give you like a man.